They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Levis. Drops it underneath to Gore. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Levis. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Devin Singletary, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Levis back to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. First and 10. Here's Levis. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Texans will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. It's caught by Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 2nd and 5. Stroud. Flush to his right. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Levis. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Escaping the pressure right. Able to push his way through. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Levis looking to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Levis to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Levis on 3rd and 1. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Levis sets up to throw here. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Levis. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. Stroud dancing to his left. Another one caught by Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Singletary again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flush to his right. And Davis has it over the middle. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now Levis. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Deron Payne, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Levis from the gun. This one complete to Yoshibas. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's got this down to the 35.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Escaping the pressure right. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Now 2nd and 4. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Here's Levis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Levis. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They'll throw it again with Levis. Open man is Yoshivas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. One final try here for Will Levis. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EASports_MUT. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.